proven right, and I'll continue to do it. I just think anytime I have opportunity to talk to children, I believe it's a good thing. I think it's good to share adversity type deals, especially the children here, and get them to understand the setting goals and understand where they want to be and how to have success. I think it's good to hear from somebody that had to deal with things like that and understands how to have success.
I know you called some of these kids out to an alternative school, and some of them, if they stay on track, they can graduate and go to a normal, normal school. What do you feel or you hope they took out of this? At least one thing. I know it was hard to get to some of them.
You can tell a lot of them definitely deal with peer pressure. Call a few of them out. It's tough on them to understand that peer pressure happens, and you shouldn't be embarrassed to ask your question and try to better yourself. Just because of the friends around you, people that you surround yourself with. If they're not happy for you to ask a question, happy for you to try to better yourself, they shouldn't really be around you. You shouldn't be friends with them. So I'm just trying to get them to understand that. That's very important. I had that on my phone for a long time. It's a big old though. See how I have it on there? And all that is visualizing your goal. Whether it's writing down every single night or posting it before you go to sleep beside your bed. Understand what you want to be successful at. Just helping them understand, some of the struggles I had, adversity I had to go through. I think it's good to share, especially with younger kids, so they understand, where I'm coming from, because they see me at a level in the NFL, and that speaks volumes to children because they want to be there also, or they want to have success in what they want. And I think it's good to share with them struggles and the adversity you have to deal with and understand the goals that I had to set to get to the mark where I'm at. And how I'm still trying to get better every single day. I just think leadership, teaching them leadership, helping me understand being a leader, because being a quarterback, you have to have leadership every single day. Guys look up to you. Even when you think they're not watching you, they're watching you. And so every single day, first of all, kids that you're trying to lead understand that they're watching your every move. So it's kind of like you got to practice what you preach. And I'm very leery of how I act in the facility, because I know eyes are on me, and I know I have to set an example every time I'm in the facility. So I think that's a very important part. Setting goals, and, things that help me out. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is because you guys are kind of facing adversity right here, right? For your situation, am I right?
Yeah.
Right, you're facing adversity. So I think a key for you guys is surrounding yourself around the right people. People would tell me that, it kind of went in and out of my ear, sometimes, and sometimes you get sick of hearing it, but it is, at the end of the day, that's what it is. If you surround yourself around good people, you have a better chance to succeed. And I think you guys should really hone in on that and take that home, because I've learned an awful lot about it. Try to pay attention. Might learn a little bit. As from growing up, and looking back from the people, that I've grown up with and had the opportunity to go to school with back in kindergarten, back in high school and stuff and things like that. Just looking back and seeing where a lot of my friends are, back at home, whether they're still selling drugs or whether they're homeless, they're on the streets, and you see a lot of that around here. You see a lot of homeless people, but you also want to know why. Why is it like that? They had an opportunity like I had. They have an opportunity like you guys have to better yourselves. And that's what the key is. And as I look back, I look at a lot of my friends. And they're still some. Who here has friends that try to get you guys or have tried to get you to do the same thing they're doing, and it's not right? Show of hands.
Our hands.
And that's the thing right there, is that you guys noticed it, and hopefully you made the right decision, but maybe you didn't make the right decision. But I think the key is, as I look back, I look at a lot of my friends, and a lot of them guys that thought it was cool to do that and try to drag me into that situation. Them guys, those people, they're on the street. Still they're on the street selling drugs. Some of them are dead. Some of them are in jail. And how do you want to live your life? And that's at the end of the day. It's up to you to make that decision. I put here overcoming adversity. I'll tell you a little bit about me overcoming adversity. And right now I'm overcoming adversity right now through this concussion deal, and coming back strong so I could, because I want to win, Come on. And we will win, and I can't wait to get back to practice with my teammates and the men that we sweat with.
Just think if you have an injury, report it, and especially anything serious, whether it's your legs, your head, anything, anywhere on your body, report it and understand not to try to play through it, especially being at a young age and understanding pain and injury. And it's very important that you take care of your health.
I took a hit to the head last week versus Denver Broncos, and it's been a lot of sleep. I've been resting at home, awful lot of sleep, and just trying to recover my brain. And that right there is just frustrating, especially seeing the team, that I went to work with, sweating, and bleeding without me out there with them. It almost made me sad. It made me cry at home when I was by myself. Because I know how hard the guys they work, and how much they count on me to be out there. And that really, that really honed in on me. And it really made me sad. And also, some adversity I came through. The first 2 years, I came here last year. I haven't played in the game. All my life, I played football. I was a star. All my life. And some of my adversity is that I was sitting on the bench. For the first 2 years of my career in the NFL, and didn't touch the field once. Now, can you imagine that? Starting playing football. I was playing football since I was 5 years old, hitting in pads, and I was a star. Everyone telling me how great I am, what I am, how great I am, and then going to college, I was a stud in college. People telling me exactly how good I was, how great I was, in high school, same thing. Then you come into the NFL, and I wasn't hearing that no more, for the first 2 years. And that's me just sitting there and, all right, putting my head down and grinding, and getting back into the position that I am right now, and I won't let go. And that's adversity, and if that's not fighting adversity, I don't know what is, because it's been a long 2 years, not playing, and I'm not there to give it up. So I know you guys may have some adversity, and I'd like to talk to you guys about that individually. After this, in the question, maybe I'll ask you, what's some of your adversity, and we can talk about it. Because a lot of the stuff is you got to talk about your problems, and maybe I can help you find a resolution or somehow to deal with it, and it's up to you guys.
What were some of your toughest challenges?
Toughest challenges? Well, I had a challenge. Commissioner actually helped me out of we had the NFL that year started pretty late. The NFL started pretty late, and when I got kicked out of school, for not doing the 10-second rule, that's why I blame it on that. And they actually suspended me for 5 games, and before I even got drafted, so I was already on the down, where, geez, I may not get drafted, I'm getting suspended 5 games as soon as I come in, it's probably the worst deal of cards you could possibly get. And I think in terms of that, that was tough, because I just didn't come on at the same level, and I didn't come on the same level as everybody else. I had a lot of adversity to face right away. And that's just staying focused, though, understanding your task. As you look back at it, you look back at your struggles and how much you work, how much I work hard, how hard I work, and understand that my mindset is completely different than a lot of people. I have a mindset of success. I have a mindset of not wanting to fail. And everybody can, you all have a choice to do it, but you just have to have that mindset. My favorite animal is a lion because they go and get what they want, not because they're mean and they kill things, whatever, but they go and get what they want, and that's the type of mindset I have.
10-second rule is just pretty much anytime you come up on something, whether it's at the end of the day, you have a decision to make, and there are always time to think. I know a lot of people that made a lot of mistakes, and I've asked them to talk to them. Do you think you had enough time to decide? There's always enough time to decide on whether you want to go about it the right way or go about it the wrong way. And there's always time to decide. It's just the smart decision makers that makes that decision in that that time that you have, and it's to make the right one in that slight time that you have.
It's funny, I had this lady, her name was Terrelle Pryor, and she wrote a script for me, and it was a long script, like a 5-page script, and she would read it on a tape. And every time I go to sleep, it's all my goals that I want. I go to sleep listening to that tape. Whereas, I thought I was a starting quarterback in May from listening to this tape, because that's what I had on my CD. I went to sleep every day, her telling me, you're the starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. You're the starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. And all my goals that I wanted to accomplish was on this CD, and I went to sleep. And I think if you guys maybe have 5 goals, and, hey, try to pay attention. Oh man, pay attention. Don't do this way. I think if you guys write down goals, and you got to be honest with yourself, right? You got to be honest with yourself. Set your goals, write them down. And I don't know what your goals are, but if you write down your goals and you visualize and you play through it through your head every single day, the same exact goals, you're going to accomplish them. And I think that's very big that you guys write your goals down.
Go ahead.
A couple of you have heard of it, but I got in trouble in school for taking money, a large amount of money, and tattoos. That was a deal. Taking free cars. I knew it was wrong. And Coach used to always tell me, hey, Coach used to always tell me, he told us as a team, the 10-second rule, and I failed it, and I just don't want you guys to fail it. I want you guys to learn from my mistake and say, hey, he understands he failed, and I don't want to fail. I want to set goals higher than anyone. I want to be great. What do you want to be great at? What's your name? Yeah. What do you want to be? What do you want to? What's a goal? What's a goal of yours? Go ahead, speak up. Yes. Say it loud and proud. And her goal is to stay in school. That's a phenomenal goal, because the way she's saying that to me is that she wants to go get her master's one day. Am I right? Something like that? She wants to get her master's. So that's a big time goal, and she wants to complete her goal, and she's going to make sure that she completes the goal. So stuff like that, you guys just got to pay attention to it and understand how serious it is, and just live it. And now I'm opening up the questions. People, when you want to have success, there's a lot of people that try to bring you down, or around you that think it's you get embarrassed. And I know what you mean. I know how you feel, you don't want to ask a question because your friends might say, hey, what's so silly about that? But you're the one that's better than yourself. And I think, I didn't really live in a neighborhood that amounts probably to East Oakland. I came from a tough neighborhood as well, and I think, like I said, you can't get involved in that peer pressure. You gotta want to be different. You gotta want to excel individually. And if there's somebody that's holding you down or questioning the success you want to have, they shouldn't be around you. You shouldn't even have them as your friend, period. I think that's something that you really got to take in because I'm just keeping it real. Yeah. Huh?
Mad respect.
Go to college. Football. You see them what? Like? That's college. Go to college. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hey, Tyler. Yo, how many jerseys I got in the car? 2? Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, and whoever gets it right again. What did I bring up? What was one of the things I brought up that I talked about that was very key in terms of success? Ooh, go ahead. Yeah.
Setting goals and trying to... No, because my master put that on my wall.
So let's see if you pay attention. Yeah. That's cheating. Good. We only have 2? We only have 2? Yeah. We'll try to get some more. Let me ask a couple more. I'll get somebody to drop some stuff off.
To stay in school, I think it's to stay in school one day. If your goal was to be the famous school, one thing, what are they doing? I don't know. I think it's the most challenges that we had and like goals that we set.
What about it?
The goals that you set is like
Guillermo. Hey. Watch your language. Derek.
Collins, man.